Hey, what's up, guys? It's Prwell'Z here, and these are the tips of competitive battling 6v6 singles. And with that being said, the timestamps and the tips is going to be in the description. We're going to get started. Let's go.
Сука, не поверила, что мне 16. Да, это Москва, и мы умеем отрываться. Мы умеем делать звук, мы умеем делать так.
So, rule number one, memorize your opponent's team. Now, if you're playing Pokemon Showdown, it's much more easier because, you can see it. But here, you may want to take a picture and save it onto your Switch. Memorizing your opponent's team will be very helpful, and you guys are going to see later in the battle. But looking at his team, he has like a standard OU set, which is very scary compared to my team, which you rarely see except for the Dragonite. However, we are strong. And with these tips that I use, you guys are going to see how this NUPU / like a little bit of OU can actually conquer. Also, if you guys don't know what PU, OU, or any of those letters that I said, I will link down the smoking description below so you guys can familiarize yourself with it. But OU is overused, and that just means that, a lot of people, a lot of Pokemon players, they use them. But let's get started, you know what I mean? I'm going to link the smoking description below. So he goes into Gyarados, which is a good choice because that Gyarados can actually hit everything on my team if I know its moveset. So he does go for a Dragon Dance, and here I do go for the Ice Beam here. So I'm thinking, okay, this Ice Beam did do a lot of damage, but it was a crit. So this Gyarados shows me that it has leftovers also. So it's at a +1 attack and speed and have leftovers. So here I decided to go for another Ice Beam, but I should have gone for Baby Doll Eyes, but I thought he was gonna Dragon Dance again, which is fine. You know what I mean? You're gonna always make couple plays that's not the best, but it's fine as long as you can recover. So now I see him going for Earthquake 2 times, and here I decided to go into my Dragonite because I'm pretty sure I'm expecting a third one. You know what I mean? And in the health that he's at right now, I'm pretty sure my Dragonite will be able to outspeed it and take it out. So Gyarados do go for another Earthquake, and this brings me to my second tip: carry priority moves. Priority moves is very important in competitive battling, and you can see an example here as I go for the extreme speed on a Gyarados that's supposed to outspeed me with a Dragon Dance up, but I'm able to outspeed it. So it's very good to have at least extreme speed or quick attack, sucker punch, some just to get to jump on your opponents, you know what I mean? Especially opponents that has boost on their speed. So now he goes into Clefable, and I go into my Manectric. Mind you, not many people use Manectric, you know what I mean? So I believe it is a RU Pokemon. That means rarely used. So here, the Clefable is going to go for Cosmic Power, and Cosmic Power is going to make the Clefable really bulky. So here, I decided to go for a Switcheroo. Knowing that, not many people use Manectric, he doesn't know my movesets. So going for a Switcheroo, I can give him choice specs, and he could give me the leftovers. So now this Clefable is crippled. Now, Switcheroo and Trick can be risky, but let's say if you're playing with Washing Machine Rotom, you know what I mean? Your opponent could probably predict that and actually switch out and go into a Pokemon that can actually take the choice specs or choice scarf and use it to advantage. That's why it's good to play with Pokemon that not people play with commonly. Now that my opponent's locked into Cosmic Power, he's going to have to switch out. And knowing that I know this knowledge, he's probably going to go into either Garchomp or Latias, because both of them can resist both of my Manectric attacks. So it's either he's going to go into Latias, which is a Dragon Psychic, or Garchomp, which is a Ground Dragon Pokemon. And you guessed it, he goes into Garchomp. So knowing that knowledge, I decided to switch out and go into my Steelix. And I know you guys probably thinking like, that's not really a good play. However, it is a good play because Garchomp is one of the top OU threats and it's very scary. So my Steelix carry Ice Fang, and Ice Fang is very scary because Garchomp do not like ice. So Garchomp is gonna go for a Sword Dance here, and here we're like, fine, that's cool. And here I go for the Ice Fang. The Ice Fang does heaps of damage. Knowing that if you could predict your opponent's Pokemon that's coming in and you could predict the future, you are good. Which leads me to tip number 3, predicting. Now, predicting is like a double-edged sword because sometimes, you never know. But sometimes when you do get it right, it gives you a huge advantage. Like, it's crazy. Like you see here, knowing that I know he was going to go into Garchomp and I go into my Steelix, I was able to hit it with an Ice Fang and then switch out to my Dragonite when he was going to go for an Earthquake, and then at extreme speed, took out the Dragonite, the Garchomp, and that is a huge threat down. But remember, predicting is made to be a calculated risk, not something that you should go overboard with. But with that being said, let's move on. Now he goes into Heracross, and Heracross hits me with Stone Edge, and that does heaps to me. So here, the Heracross is going to hit me again with the Stone Edge, and down goes my Dragonite. So this showed me 2 things. That this Heracross is Moxie, so it's not Guts boosted. So normally Moxie Heracross tend to carry Choice Scarf. And knowing that knowledge from playing with playing against a lot of Heracrosses, I decided to go into my Steelix. So now, here, I decided just to go for the Stealth Rocks and take a risky play because if he does go for the close combat, it's going to do heaps to me. But knowing that Heracross normally carries Choice Scarf, I know that he's going to most likely switch out. And that's good knowledge to know because once I have the Stealth Rocks up, if the Heracross come out again, the Stealth Rock's going to take him down. And guess what? He does switch out and go into Scizor. So I'm able to get my Stealth Rocks in. So now he goes into Scizor. And Scizor is a very unpredictable Pokemon because you never know what type of sets it has. It can run multiple sets. So here, I decided to go into my Manectric, see what it's going to do. Most likely U-turn. But here, it actually goes for a Sword Dance, which leads me to tip number 4. Don't get greedy. If your Pokemon has a Sword Dance up or Dragon Dance up, etc., don't stay on a Pokemon that can outspeed and one-hit KO your Pokemon because you have your Sword Dance and Dragon Dance up because that's really bad and you'll lose a valuable Pokemon. It is best to just in his case, use the Heracross as fodder. But anyways, a Flamethrower is going to take out the Scizor. Maybe like I said, maybe he doesn't know my Manectric movesets. But Scizor is down now. And when I said use Heracross as fodder, that means to use it as a disposable Pokemon to be fainted. Because when your Pokemon is at really low health and you don't really have any Pokemon to switch in, it's best to use, in his case, Heracross as fodder. Because now he'd be able to switch into Latias or go into Clefable. But anyways, now I hit the Clefable with a Thunderbolt, and it hits me with a Moonblast. So knowing that it's locked into Moonblast, here I'm able just to go for the Gyro Ball because I know it's going to do heaps of damage to anything that comes in. And here he goes into Latias. So now Latias do get hit with the Stealth Rock damage, and I don't really know much about this Latias. Maybe it has Surf, maybe it has, who knows. But here, I do decide to switch out and go into my Vaporeon just in case it used Surf. So the Gyro Ball did do damage, but it didn't do enough damage. So I am able to go into my Vaporeon, and here the Latias actually goes for Recover. So that was actually a bad play on my part, expecting the Latias to go for the Surf. But hey, Pokemon, when you're doing 6v6, predicting will happen no matter what. And here, the Latias actually goes for another recover while I go for a rest. So we're just out here, two Pokemon that don't even want to fight. We just want to sleep. But so far, the Latias showed me recover. So here, now that I got my full health, I decided to go for Ice Beam, and now the Latias shows me a Calm Mind. So this Latias has Calm Mind and Recover. And I haven't really dealt with many Latiases. However, I'm just trying to figure out its movesets, which lead me to tip number 5. Remember your opponent's Pokemon's moves. That will be very helpful. So, like I said, Latias go for another Calm Mind, and Latias is actually looking scary. You know what I mean? It showed me 2 moves that it can recover, and not only that, it can boost its attack and its special defense, its special attack and special defense. So, knowing this knowledge, I have to think of something and think of something fast. So, I know that Latias do have a boost in its special defense, but how about its physical defense? So here I decided to go into my Steelix again, and here the Latias go for a recover. So now I'm just thinking, all right, it's either gonna have Draco Media and Psychic, and I'm pretty sure I could take both attacks. So Latias is at full health, and it has a lot of special attack and special defense boosts. So here it shows me its third move, Reflect. And now it tells me this Latias either have a psychic move, or a dragon move. So I decided to test the waters and bring up my skunk tank. So keep in mind that this match, typing was very huge, and the trick and switcheroo move on the Clefable was very situational. So you never know what can really happen. But I am able to go into my skunk tank, and it shows me that the Latias' 4th move was Stored Power. And that's really good to know, because now it cannot touch my skunk tank at all. And I'm able to hit the Clefable with Acid Spray, and that's going to lower its special defense a lot. And I'm able to go for another one, and down goes Clefable. So this is basically checkmate, because when the Heracross come in, it's going to die from the Stealth Rocks, and Latias pretty much can't do much to me. Can't do anything to my skunk tank. So this is what you call the underused, the underdogs battling the strong type. Playing with overused Pokemon, they're very strong, but they're pretty predictable. But playing with underused Pokemon, they're not as strong, but their movesets can actually change the game depending on how you use these Pokemon. And it's all on the player, and it's all on critical hits and statuses, because those matter too. But keep in mind, there's a lot more that goes into Pokemon. You know, there's a lot more tips also. But I'm just giving you a few that you should use immediately. And with that being said, guys, I'm out of here. We gone.